And Corinne.
This is CNN10. Today we are going to talk about local, national, and an international news. But we will start with the 10-second trivia.
Today, our 10-second trivia is: what was the name of New York City between 1624 and 1664? New Paris, New Amsterdam, New London, New Edinburgh? The right answer was New Amsterdam. The name New Amsterdam was chosen because of the city Amsterdam.
But in 1664, English people took the control of the city during a war, and the name changed for New York in honor of the Duke of York, who would later become King James II of England.
For the new local is a mosque in La Sarre for growing Muslim community. The Cultural Association of Muslims of La Sarre inaugurated the mosque in December 6 during a ceremony in the place of prayer open size the end of summer and Principal Street. A local and regional initiative was mission to contribute to the recruitment of personnel in the health and social service sector. They need to have minimum 17% member of the mosque of Muslim. The social service sector had become necessary to properly serve and promote the integration of the growing Muslim community, which numbers 17 members. For the new national resident school for Aboriginal people, the trial of a non-suspended. The trial of an Ottawa nun, Française Séguin, was accused by a sex crime in a residential and day school in northern Ontario in the 1960 and 1970 will not take place. Assistant Crow Attorney Sonia Beauchamp requested a stay of proceeding on Tuesday, citing the difficulty in obtaining the necessary evidence.
98 years old Franco-Ontarian nun of Sister of Charity of Ottawa was arrested and charged last year by the Ontario Provincial Police. She faced 3 counts of gross indecency for events that occurred in the 1960 and 1970 in residential and day schools in the north of the province. Gross indecency was a criminal offense before the late 1980. At time, a federal government briefing document describing the type of sexual activity that were historically considered immoral and unnatural, but short of sexual intercourse, were prohibited by the offense of gross indecency. The Crown and police maintained that the first offense took place at St. Anne of Bishop Below School of Moscone in 1969-1970, and the third Anna Soberry Detention Center in 1972 and 1973.
I am currently in the field to interview a former resident.
1967.
And this is Sister Francois Séguin. And that's me down here.
Séguin, a nun with the Sisters of Charity of Ottawa, was supervising a great aid trip to Expo 67 in Montreal. They picked up the younger Korkmaz, who was attending a different school, on their way back, taking the picture outside St. Anne's Indian Residential School in Fort Albany, says Korkmaz.
And I didn't know of any abuse that was happening at that time. So to me, she was like every other nun.
But that would change 2 years later when Korkmaz, now a survivor advocate and anti-clergy abuse activist, was admitted to the school herself.
For the international news, At Tokyo, an earthquake measuring 6.8 magnitude, according to the American Institute of Geographics, USGS, the January 13th, 2025, in the southwest of Japan, triggering small tsunami, which did not cause significant damage, according to initial findings. The quake struck around 9 p.m. at a depth of 36 kilometers, about 11 miles, off the coast of Miyazaki Prefecture in the Kyushu region, according to the USGS. The USGS revised down its initial magnitude estimate from 6.9 to 6.8, adding that there is no tsunami threat from this earthquake. Japan's meteorological agency warned of possible 1-meter waves and urged people to stay away from coastal areas. Only minor damage was reported by the media, such as a broken window at a train station and items falling off sleeves in a few stores. A man was slightly injured after falling in his home. Situated at the convergence of 4 major tectonic plates along the west edge of Pacific Ring of Fire, Japan is one of the world's most earthquake-prone countries.
In its warning, the weather agency said a mega earthquake could occur in the subduction zone of the Nankai Trench of the southern coast of Japan, when other earthquakes have occurred in the past, usually in true phase. The warning was lifted a week later. On Monday, the weather agency stressed that the latest quake did not meet the criteria for a mega earthquake running like those in the Nankai Trench. However, it is important to keep in mind that an earthquake can occur at any time, and it is important to ensure that earthquake preparation are implemented on a daily basis, the agency added. This is what concludes the international news of the day. It's now the time for the 10 of the 10. A recent story that deserves a 10-10 is that of Volodymyr Zelensky, the president of Ukraine. During the 2022 Russian invasion, Zelensky filmed a video in which he declared, "I am here, we are defending our country." This was a really courageous move by him.
It's now time for the best part of the show, the shout-out. Today, our shout-out goes to Anthony Simard. He is an English teacher in Abitibi-Témiscamingue. His work is really good and always happy to see his students. Thank you, Anthony, for your good work. This is conclude our CNN 10 for today. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. We saw you tomorrow. I am Anne.
And Corinne.
This is CNN 10.